Ambidexter is a 5 to 8 player social deception card game. First, pick a color that you want to be in the game. Then, deal out hands of 6 to each player involved in the game. For a 5 to 6 player setup, this is how it should be at the bottom of the game area. For a 7 to 8 player setup, this is how it should be in the bottom of the game area. Then, place all the relevant player markers on the score track at the third point of the score track. This is how the setup should look like at the start of the game. As you can see, the players are in teams of 2. Play begins with the first team. For the first team, you have to place cards of the team members' colors onto their respective piles. Here, the first player is placing 3 green cards face down on the table.
3 green.
Two black. Interestingly, the second player has announced that he was placing 2 blacks, but has instead placed a purple and a black. This is where the deception element of the game kicks in. You can fool your opponents into thinking that they have placed more or less than what they have announced. However, you may also pass if you wish to hold on to your cards. Play then moves on to the next team down the row, and everyone takes their turn again. This goes on till all teams have cards placed on them. Then, the decision phase begins. After every single card has been placed for every team, we will now check the results. As you can see, there has been 3 greens placed here. But we do have a purple card in the black pile, and as it corresponds with neither team member, it will be not counted towards the result. So as you can see, there are 3 green cards and 1 black card. These two numbers are not within the range of 1, so it will be considered as betray and ally. What does this mean? Green, being the betrayer of the betray-ally pairing, will gain 3 points, from 3 to 6. However, black, being the ally in the betray-ally pairing, will go down by 2 points to 1, from 3 to 1. Now, let's check the next team. As you can see, there are 2 purple cards, and again the black will not be counted for scoring. There are 3 red cards and 2 purple cards. This means that this is considered an ally-ally pairing. In an ally-ally pairing, both members will gain 2 points, thus moving both members from 3 to 5. The next team we have is the yellow and white team. As you can see, there are white cards in the yellow pile. However, as white is a member of this team, it will still be counted towards the scoring, and there are 4 white cards in this pile. As you can see, these do not correspond with any of the team members and will not count to the scoring. This is a unique exception, as yellow does not have any cards while white does have 4. What this means is, if one party has 0 cards, it will be considered as a betray-betray pairing. and this means both members will not gain any points. So white and yellow will remain at 3 points, the starting point. Now let us check for the final team, the orange and blue team. This is red and will not count. And as you can see, none of the cards match the team, so will not be counted to the total. And as long as one party has 0 cards, it will be considered betray, and that applies to this situation as well. So this being a betray pairing means that neither party will advance on the score track and will remain at 3 points as well. Now, take the remaining cards, scoop them up, and place a separate discard pile. Then use the deck and deal out 6 card hands to all the players as well. Reshuffle all the character cards into new teams of 2 for the second round as well. From the second round onwards, there will be a trading phase for every round. In this trading phase, you can exchange cards or give cards away to players and announce what would you like to trade with them. You can, however, also lie in these trades. Here is an example of a trade. Please remember that you can only do a maximum of 2 trades as well per round.
I will trade 2 blues for 2 purple.
I accept. I will give you 2 purples. As you can see, you can lie in the trading phase as well. You can also give away cards, but be mindful that you are allowed 2 transactions per round in the game. This trading phase is only for the second round onwards of the game. This will end the basic tutorial for the game. After all trading has stopped, gameplay continues with players placing cards in front of every team. This is the same as what I have indicated at the start of the tutorial. Then continue every round until a player or several players have reached the end of the score track indicated by the number 13. There is shared victory in this game, so a solo victory is harder to clinch. We hope you enjoyed this game. We will now continue with the tutorial of the advanced variant, which introduces Agency X cards. These are Agency X cards. These cards have different backs to them to prevent trading fraud. These cards are a valued commodity, so you may want to trade more cards for Agency X cards with other players as well. Agency X cards must be played in between the trading phase and the playing phase of the game. There must be a call for Agency X cards before the playing phase of the game. You may play Agency X cards consecutively after another player has played an Agency X card as well. I will now go on to explain each Agency X card's effect on the game. The first Agency X card allows the player to switch 2 members of 2 different teams on the table. The second Agency X card allows the player to reshuffle all the teams randomly. The third Agency X card allows the player to whittle all hands down to 5 cards, including the player's own as well. The final Agency X card is one that makes a player's option stuck to ally no matter the number of cards placed on the table. This is the end of the tutorial. I hope this has been helpful and will aid you in your victory. Till then, enjoy your stay.